welcome back to another episode of Nerdly Out Loud, the official channel of nerdly.co.uk, your favourite British home for all your news, reviews and exclusive interviews. This one is an interview today. This is an interview that I've been looking forward to giving to you. I think I recorded it about a week ago with Graeme Carlyle, who is the co-creator, co-producer, co-everything on a short feature, 40 minutes long, called Chaos Rising, that you can see on YouTube right now. I would implore you to go and watch it. Maybe listen to this interview, or maybe go and watch it and then come back for the interview. Either way, watch the interview. That would be nice. But yeah, I sat down with Graeme. I couldn't wait to sit down with Graeme and talk to him about this. It's kind of like Warhammer meets Lord of the Rings, fantasy kind of vibe. Just this side of going into sci-fi, just this side of going into thriller, horror kind of thing. It's a whole mixed bag of things with, like, if you like Vikings, if you like Warhammer, if you like Outlander, things like that, you're going to love this. It's 40 minutes of just carnage, absolute carnage, which is why I loved it. Like I say, it's on YouTube and it's doing absolute gangbusters. Last time I checked, it was like just over 200,000 views, which is unbelievable considering it's only been out for like a week to 2 weeks. So please do check it out. You'll love it. We're going to go into the interview, but first of all, again, thank you so much, everyone who has been liking the page, liking the channel, and subscribing, and letting people know who and where we are. It is massively appreciated, and it makes me want to do it a little bit more. So, yeah, thank you so much for all of that. If you haven't liked and subscribed and all that good stuff, hit all the things below. We've got loads of interviews, loads of reviews, and just all-around general nonsense that I like to do. So please do check it all out. Once again, Nerdly Out Loud, my name's Kevin Halden, the official channel of nerdly.co.uk. Let's go into the interview with Graeme Carlyle. Check out Chaos Rising on the YouTube. You will not regret it. You'll be thanking me for the rest of your days. It's absolutely fantastic. For what they made this on, I might come back and do an actual proper review, but I wanted to get the interview out there right now so that people could see it. So yes, let's go into the interview. Graeme Carlyle, thank you so much for coming on the show and talking about this short with all the passion and all the gusto. And the interview is in full.
People of the Great Port I have the honour of welcoming our guest, Sir Florian Lanqui and his Knights of the Quest.
Something's off about this place, lads. I've got that gut feeling.
I want you all on your guard.
It's going to be a long night.
Yeah, 200k views in 3 weeks. That's pretty mad.
Yeah, she's still going as well. It seems to be about 10k a day and 100k every 2 weeks. So can't complain. It's been going really well.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. That must be. I mean, I guess you would have been hoping for a response like that, but you must be kind of elated that that's kind of the response you've had.
Yeah, 100%. You never really know how it's going to come out, how it's going to be perceived. I mean, we've been getting quite a lot of good attention from the trailers and all of our previous works, but for it to come like this and still be rising so quickly as well, it's fantastic.
Yeah, Nerdly Out Loud is back. We have another interview, nerdly.co.uk, your favourite British home for all your news, reviews and exclusive interviews. I am talking to co-creator and co-producer of a short feature kind of episode length, Warhammer-esque, Vikings-esque movie called Chaos Rising, which has just been released on the YouTube. It's been out for about 3 weeks now. It's doing absolute gangbusters. And today I'm talking to Graeme Carlyle about it. How are you today, Graeme?
Very well, thanks. Yourself?
Not bad, not bad. All the better for, I mean, I was a little bit sad when Vikings ended. And I know I've mentioned it a couple of times, but I kind of loved that show. And this feels like if you guys carry on, which I'm hoping you do, this feels like you might have replaced my show. So
try and fill the void the Vikings has left with their own brand of bloodshed and carnage.
Oh, that's what I want to hear. That's what I want to hear. So, Graeme, first of all, we're going to talk about Chaos Rising in a little bit, but first of all, I want to get a little sort of a feel for yourself. So, like, what's your background? A little bit about your background and your path into the movie industry.
So I've been doing combat and stunts in the film industry for about 10 years now. That's through the combat team, Combat International, who we brought in to do most of the combat and the stunts in the film. Now, they've been working in films all the way for like over 25 years now, from back with like Braveheart, Gladiator, all the way up to more modern things like your kind of your Outlander, your Last Duel, Robin Hood, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I've been doing that for a fair while, getting killed on camera, killing on camera, which you want to die on camera. It's a lot more fun.
Oh well, exactly. That's how
Yeah, you really get to throw yourself about.
And how do you, as, because most people, I guess, would be like, I want to be in the movie industry. You know, you're either going to be a director or you want to be the guy in front of the camera, the actor. How do you decide that you want to be the guy who's getting thrown around, getting killed, doing all the fight choreography? How do you decide that path?
That's the path of most fun by far. You don't have to worry about learning your lines. You just have to get to where you're going on time. Not smile at the camera. That's an important one. Don't ever smile at the camera. And just kind of get your choreography right. But we train heavily because you could build up this intricate choreography, this well thought out piece with loads of different moves in it, and then if you suddenly have what we call a brain fart and you forget what you're doing, you need to be able to think on your toes. Otherwise, you get whacked in the face with an axe. It's not pleasant.
Yeah,
it's not. So you need to be able to think on your feet.
And we can talk about on in terms of Chaos Rising or other projects that you've worked on, but what is your kind of day-to-day on set kind of life when you're doing the stunt choreography? Like, how does a day look?
Yeah, so for Chaos Rising in particular, because we had such a close, tight-knit team, we were doing so many jobs at once. So we get there, well, first of all, we'd do like a full shift of regular work, 9 to 5, and then we get to set around 6 p.m, if not before then, and then we'd get everybody together, we'd have our briefing before all the chaos happens, and there was a lot of chaos. And we just kind of like appoint roles, figure out costume, and just plan out what's happening for the day, figure out a choreography if that needs built up, armor, costume, would help out with that too. We had quite a lot of plates being spun, with it being such a small team, so we kind of had to specialize in so many different things. But that's why we had such a skilled group as well, so we kind of really relied on each other to get the job done, and our amazing group of volunteers. But Chaos Rising was basically filmed on the back of our volunteer force, and we can't thank them enough for that. It wouldn't have been possible without them.
Exactly. At the start of the movie, it says 200 volunteers come forward. It's quite a feat, and then you've got to try and control all that as well.
Yeah.
Because as I mentioned up front, you weren't just a co-creator on this. You weren't just doing the combat and stunts. You're also a producer. And what was that like, jumping into that kind of role? Because that's a whole nother set of skills you've got to have.
Chaos says as chaos does. It was chaotic, but a steep learning curve for us as well. Because normally myself, Graeme and Roy, the other co-creators, we're just humble sword swingers. We're used to getting hit in the face and making it look good. We're now called upon to kind of organize this film and these people and all the things we should be doing as producers. So we had to learn on the hoof, but our co-directors Jack and Charlie were great with helping us out with that as well, because they've got a lot of experience in behind the camera, which is their field, which is now our field as well in front of the camera. So there was a lot going on. Again, lots of plates being juggled, lots of cans of energy drink being drunk to get us through the nights. Lots of people propping each other up on the shoulders. There's a lot of that. You need that when you're filming all the way through the night in Scotland wearing nothing but furs from the waist down.
Exactly. So tell us a little bit about how Chaos Rising came about and what Chaos Rising not only is, but is to you.
Yeah. So Chaos Rising, the way I sell it is it's a short film based on the a small medieval fort that's been attacked by these blood-mad Viking marauders, essentially. And the helpless denizens of this fort basically got to try and survive the night while they're being led together by this band of knights that are almost reluctant to help them out. You know, they've just been caught up in all of this, and nobody knows what's going on. It's chaos. It's madness. It's blood. It's fun.
And where did it come from? Where did the seed, the idea, where was Chaos Rising born?
Yeah. So we've been floating ideas about for a wee while, and we always wanted to make something that was inspired by Warhammer, inspired by history and fantasy, and all these tabletop things that we love. So it was myself, Graeme, and Roy that came up with the original concept after a good few beers, as these things normally do, mostly Guinness. Thanks for that. And the idea kind of formed up, and then we took it to Jack and Charlie, see what they thought of it, and they were like, "Hell yeah, let's do this, let's make this." And from that point on, we took it to Charlie Allen, who runs the combat team, the Combat International. He's a CEO of the Clanranald Trust and the Duncar Medieval Village, where we filmed Chaos Rising. And they were like, "This, we've got this planned. Here's what we want to do. We think we're entirely capable of doing it. We've got the balls to pull it off." And we were like, "You know what? Let's make it happen. Let's do this." Because with the combat team, we've got over 25 years of experience, like making films and beating the crap out of each other. We're like, why aren't we making our own films? We know we could do it. So yeah, we gave it a crack, and it's working out pretty damn well.
And it's been a bit of a common thing as of late as well. Guys like yourself in the stunt sector and everything starting to jump into the director's chair. Extraction, that kind of movie, Extraction 2 and everything. And is it just a logical path just to get in and do it yourself now?
I think it can be that way, yeah, because you see so many instances on like a film set of fight scenes or battle scenes in particular not being done a particular way that you think could be done. You know, it could be improved in so many ways. We've seen this a lot over the years. Things that are just turned into a bit of a hellhole, basically, because they've not been managed well. And we're like, right, what's this person doing? What's that person doing? We could do this. We could do that. And we've been doing it for that long. It's kind of second nature to us now. Like, we just want to have a crack at ourselves. So these are our own fight scenes that we've planned, we've choreographed with our team. We've not had to listen to anybody else above us tell us what they want. It's all been us. This is our drive, our film, our flavour.
I love that. And on a budget of, I believe it was 27K, you guys kickstarted this, I believe, as well. You did a crowdfunding campaign.
Yeah. So the crowdfunder, we originally aimed for £13,000, and we smashed that target in a day, I think. So, or was it 3 days? Either way, it was very quickly, and we were just scrambling to come up with further pledges, further brackets, so we could keep pushing, keep raising the funds. And yeah, it was a bit of a mad dash. We're like, right, what else can we do? Right, more blood. We'll get a long ship. We'll get more skulls, more VFX. We'll double the length of the film. So yeah, it was fun. It was interesting. We never thought we'd be in that kind of situation.
That's the best place. That's the best situation you could be in. It's a problem, but it's a really good problem to have.
That's it. That's it.
And of course, you guys, you're doing everything practical. You just said there was the Clanard. I can't say it properly. The Clanard Trust.
The Clanranald Trust.
You had your own little village to play in and everything. And when I saw the behind the scenes for that, I was like, oh my god, that just looks amazing.
Yeah. The medieval village gets used as a film set all the way through the years it's been used. It got used for Outlander 2 years ago, no, last year rather. Various documentaries, various other films. So it's a well-suited place, and because we volunteer for the Clanranald Trust, we were able to use Duncarron as a location, which is fantastic. There's so much atmosphere there, and it takes so little camera work to kind of bring that to life.
And it just absolutely adds to it as well, because when you have your pan and shots, in which you've got numerous nice pan and shots in there, and you can tell that it's an actual physical village. It's not just being built or anything like that, which just totally adds to the whole thing.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Sorry, go on.
we do have some VFX in there, which I thought were absolutely gorgeous. I just want to actually take a second to say how well you guys have done with this, because obviously it is a low budget and you've got a small crew with loads of volunteers who are coming in to help on their time off and whatnot. But this doesn't look like one of those movies. This looks gorgeous, the way you've got all these pan and
Right.
shots. When the catapult comes flying over, that looks absolutely gorgeous. Some really, really interesting, like, frenetic camera work that I kind of wanted to point out as well during the battles. You guys have done a fantastic job, but what I wanted to know is, you can watch this, or anyone else who worked on it can watch this, and they'll point out everything that's wrong with it, because that's what you guys do. That's what creatives do.
Yeah.
I would like to know, when you see this on the screen, what are you most proud of? What was maybe a ball ache on the day, but when you see it up there, you're like, you know what, we actually smashed that. That looks amazing.
Yeah. So for me, one of the things that definitely pops out is the how real the armor looks, how gritty it looks, because it is all real. It's full plate armor that myself and the boys are wearing, and it was a bit of a ball ache choreographing and fighting for long periods of time with that stuff, because it's bloody heavy, and it does restrict you a wee bit. But I think because of that, we didn't have the budget to get specific stuff made. For like latex, it was going to be really lightweight. So all we had was like things that people had at home, or certain stuff that we were able to buy in. And all of it's real. It's full gauge metal. There's the real hits that are taken as well, because we wanted to show the armor getting used to its fullest potential. You get a lot of movies, a lot of TV shows where like people are taking hits. Like you get a hit in the head where he's wearing a full plate and he just dies for some reason. It's like, no, we want to see him take the hit. We want to see his head knocked back. We want to see that action.
And we see a lot of hits. We see a lot of we see some heads caving. We see some heads coming off. How much fun is it to shoot those kind of scenes and to get into the nitty gritty of that?
It's great. Like the combat team of Combat International, like our main kind of ethos is that brutality is a speciality, and that translates well into our combat style. It's very realistic. Nobody's doing backflips because it's not relevant to us. Not saying we can't. I can't, but it all looks brutal. And if somebody doesn't get their block up in place, they get twatted in the head. But that's what makes it look real. It's that desperate movement where if you don't get this block in, if you don't get this blow in right, you're going to get hit. But that's what helps sell it as well. So you learn through a wee bit of pain, but it looks better for it at the end of the day.
And did anybody get hurt on set, or are we not allowed to talk about that?
These things happen. Like, fight scenes are chaotic places. There's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of muddy ground. People have accidents. It's reasonable for these things to happen, but nobody got seriously hurt. I don't think. No,
I don't think.
No. No. I mean, we picked up a few grey hairs definitely throughout the production, but nobody got hurt, I don't think.
So as I've mentioned as well, this is sort of a proof of concept. You guys want to make, I believe you're wanting to do more of a TV kind of thing, like the episodic kind of vibe, rather than going into a movie.
We'd love to make it a trilogy. We've got plans in mind to make a trilogy. The rough bare bones of the story as well, and we know where we'd like to go. But we can't do it again with a 27 grand budget. We were able to do it this one, but if we're going to make the second one with what we've got in mind, we need to go bigger. And we've got some very ambitious plans for the future, wherever that takes us.
And we've already, you've already started building your kind of world, and it already feels very lived in with your different sort of clans, and then you have that awesome. I think it was a Skaven creature. It kind of looks like the Skeksis from Dark Crystal, which I kind of loved, by the way. Like, as soon as that came on, which just adds a whole nother level, because then it's sort of like it's 1 second away from becoming, kind of sci-fi-ish, which also works in this genre anyway.
Yeah.
But what would be the big hope? The best case scenario. Somebody comes in and says, right, we're going to throw everything at you. We want to see Chaos Rising. What would be the dream?
The dream would be that we get to film Chaos Rising to its completion. The full 3 episodes in the series, and we get the budget to make those dreams a reality. All those big ambitious set pieces that we've got in mind, and there's a few, and they're going to be mental. We'd like to be able to pull those off, and that's going to take a bit of backing, but believe that we'll get there. I think that somebody out there is going to see Chaos Rising for the potential that it holds, wherever that source might come from. And I think there's that much momentum behind the project as well that it's definitely going to go somewhere.
Absolutely, absolutely. And for everyone watching or listening to this or just seeing us talk about Chaos Rising, right now it is on YouTube. It's been out there for 3 weeks now, so please do, after you've watched this or before you've watched this, whatever, go and watch it. It's currently got just over 200,000 views, which I think is absolutely fantastic for a short movie made on a low budget. You don't really get to see much of that. And the comment section is absolutely flooded. People are absolutely vibing on this and loving it. So,
the comments are absolutely glowing.
And how has that felt for you guys who've put this all together, and you're now seeing that people are not only watching like the full 40 minutes, getting somebody to watch a 40-minute video on YouTube is a struggle.
It's pretty hard.
You're not just doing that, but they're engaging in it. Some people are giving ideas. Some people are like pointing out their favorite bits. Like, how's that response been for you?
Some people are saying like, how can I back this? When's the next episode coming out? And it's been so heartwarming, like seeing that response. It almost doesn't feel real, you know. I have to look. We've been checking it every day, just to see the new ones, because it's just fantastic. You know, I can't really put it into words. But you know, it also gives us more ambition as well to keep the fires going. We've got some more stuff coming out, some little shorts and things like that, just to keep the fires burning. But yeah, we really want to kind of make the next step, and kind of take this to where it's going to be.
And I would also suggest anybody who does watch this interview or does go and watch Chaos Rising, please do again. Also, suggest checking out Mike's Marauders short film as well, because that tickled me. I love that.
The Marauder Mike character, he just kind of came out of nowhere. Now he's one of our most favourite things. He's brilliant. That's Patrick. He plays Florian in the film itself, and he's so good at it. He's brilliant. He's such a laugh.
So if you were to right now try and pitch Chaos Rising to anyone, give them like a one-line elevator pitch, what would you say to them to get them interested?
I was like, right, do you like medieval combat? Would you like to see peasants getting their faces ripped open by Viking marauders? And most of them were like, yeah, already. You had me at face ripping. But then you can go on from there. You can say exactly what it is. It's a short film made with love and passion, punching well beyond its weight as well for the quality that it is, for what it cost to make us. We're incredibly proud of what we've managed to pull off, and I think a lot of other people are as well, which feels great.
And if I can put you on the spot without spoilers or anything, what's your favorite kill?
One of my favorite, definitely the loot kill. So it's that's where the co-creators, Graeme. He's Tristan, the knight with the loot, and we knew right away like there's going to be a knight with a loot, and if there's a knight with a loot, there needs to be a loot kill. So there was a lot of time went into the planning with that, and it came off so well too. Just he gets knocked back, loot comes loose, and then spin around and it smashes across the guy's head. It's brilliant.
It does
so satisfying.
That one does kind of come out of nowhere, and it's like, yep, perfect.
That's why you see it coming, and then when it happens, it's brilliant.
So I'm gonna let you go in a quick hot second, but first of all, do me a favor and let people know where they can find more about your work, more about it's Grim Productions, more about
Grim Productions, Grim's Productions, and Mythic Monarch as well. Yep. So Grim's Productions is myself, Graeme, and Roy. Mythic Monarch is Jack and Charlie, and it's kind of our joining our film, our project, in association with the Clan Royal Trust for Scotland. Clan Royal Trust for Scotland and Combat International as well. So if you want to find out more details about the project and us, you can go to our official website, chaosrisingofficial.com. You can also go to our Instagram, our Facebook. We're also on TikTok. We're swimming a bit on Reddit as well. So yeah, we're about there. And yeah, you'll find loads of different updates. And of course, if you find us on YouTube, you'll constantly be updated with different reels, different things coming up. And yeah, we've got a few more things in the pipeline. So keep your eyes peeled.
Excellent. Anything you can give us a little snippet of, or are you
No.
keeping it all under the hat just now?
You see it when you see it.
Just keep it all under that well-groomed beard of yours, which, by the way, is a fantastic beard.
Thanks very much.
Right. Well, thank you for coming on. I will put all the links in the description as well, and when it goes on the website, we'll try and push all the links on there as well, and we'll make sure that people get to see what we've talked about today. I really hope that this just keeps going, the gangbusters, and people just keep watching it, finding it and everything, because I kind of want to see what happens next. I mean, the ending really got me. I was a massive Dark Crystal fan back in the days.
Yeah.
So that one character, which I'll not say too much about, but he really makes me just want to see more.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I don't get to see any more Chaos Rising, I'm not going to be a happy man. So please do get it made.
Neither will I.
So is there anything you want to say to people just as we wrap it out, and then we can leave it off there?
Yeah, it's like say thanks to everybody that supported us and everybody that's watching the videos, folk that like and subscribing, all of our volunteers that helped make this film as well. There wouldn't be Chaos Rising without every single person that pitched in. It's not just our film, it's their film as well. And we can't stress that enough. Oh, yeah, we've also got a screening this weekend in Glasgow. If you'd like to come and see Chaos Rising in a cinema, followed by a Q&A with myself and the rest of the creators. And then there'll be some beers afterwards, of course, as well, because you couldn't not have the beers. So if you're free this weekend, you happen to be around Glasgow, come see us. We're at the Grosvenor Theatre.
That's gonna look sick on a big screen.
Aye.